Alrighty, Duelist Kingdom action, and Zane is going up against the Big Five. The Big Five's deck is relatively unchanged. Zane's also is unchanged, but we're updating to Zane's rules with his Cyber Dragon a little bit. Zane can play Cyber Dragon, like the special summon effect from his hand, 2100, as long it is his last resort. So he has to have no monsters in his hand. He has to be literally up against the wall. And we've decided that for him because he doesn't really have much else in his deck. The only other strong thing he might have is that Hunter Dragon, which is 1700. So we're giving Zane a little bit of a benefit break here for being able to use Cyber Dragon. So he's got 3 other cards in his hand. That means he needs to get rid of them if he wants to play his Cyber Dragon. It has to be a last-ditch effort. The Dragon Zombie has started off for the Big Five. Emperor Pikachu, this is from the Serenity and Tristan match, says, "What a great match, poor Serenity, and unfortunately wasn't able to pre-order Pokemon ZA due to the trip which I overspent, so I have to wait a couple of weeks to play it." I've started playing it today. I went down to the licensing center this morning, and literally half of my town was inside the licensing center. It was so busy in there. Why, I don't know, but straight after that, then I went down to EB Games and picked up ZA, and I played it for, I don't know, close to 4 hours or so, I'd say. It's good. It's really good. Very worth playing if you're a big Pokemon fan. I've got a couple of videos of it up as well. Just basic gameplay, just to if anyone's curious about gameplay. The gameplay mechanics are they're similar to Arceus Legends. Like, it's not like the turn-based that you commonly see in Pokemon games. It's like you actually know what it's like. It's a lot like Final Fantasy combat now. It's very, very similar to Final Fantasy X Part 2. Even one of the themes that played very early in, like one of the either part of the intro theme or something like that, it reminded me almost exactly of Final Fantasy X Part 2 music. I was like, that sounds eerily familiar. And look at this, Castle of Dark Illusions, which is now in Bones' deck, by the way, as well. But the Big Five, they are powering up 2 of their zombies, almost as if they were Bones. So the Big Five used both of those zombie monsters in their anime show that they had in that game world. Moonwolfie says, "That first was easily Serenity, and Joey would have been cheering her on. The second and third matches were interesting. Tristan would definitely try to butter her up, and Joey would be giving Tristan a hard time. Duke would probably say something. Joey could use a normal Red Eyes deck, and Atticus more Darkness Red Eyes. I imagine the reason Jesse wasn't used in this is because of all the effects his deck uses. I would love to see Jesse take on Battle City. Zane, Jesse, and Asto have a lot of different effects they can go on with their decks." Yeah, we did consider Jesse, but the Jesse's Crystal Beast monsters, they would absolutely flatten everything in this. If that deck was built to its full potential, those Crystal Beast monsters, they are an absolute nightmare to try and beat sometimes. When you play against that AI deck that's built on this, the Crystal Beast, man, they're not easy. They're not easy at all. Okay, so this is a ruling that we're talking about here for Zane. He only has Cyber Dragon in his hand. We discussed this in great detail because we can't really think of what to add to Zane's deck, given how much he used the Cyber Dragon. So unless we kind of rebuild his deck, for him to really get proper use out of these Cyber Dragons, due to the other monsters in his deck, he can't keep them on the field. So, and 2100, while it's strong, if Zane has that handicap of having to have it as the only monster in his hand, while he could get lucky, it also puts him at a disadvantage because now the Big Five have 3 other monsters on the field. So, you know, if anything gets tributed, that 2100 suddenly isn't that strong. So, same with the Mass of Weakness or Archer Recklessly, 2100's not that strong when that's being flipped up. So, if it was any stronger than 2100, like if it started to creep up to that 2500, we probably wouldn't have this ruling, but that's the way we're going to go with Cyber Dragon for like the next few rounds and just see if it gives Zane a bit more of a competitive edge. Alright, the big 5 with another face down defense, a flip up Whiptail Crow. Oh, that's going to do a fair chunk of damage too, because Cyber Commander, why would Zane put that in attack mode with his life points as low as they are? 10,080 for Zane. That is an aspect ratio pun. Demi Henning says, Yugi and that damn Mirror Force, boo, and I agree, great match. And Super Palgo says, did you call Joey and Cyrus on the same level? Somewhat. They're both the best friend of the main protagonist. They're both portrayed as not knowing how to duel very well in the early days. They've got similar characteristics. Although I would say that Joey is a far better duelist than Cyrus, so. Says, yes, Joey should have won against Marek. Would be a big surprise and a great moment, but well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was so old back in the days. The one and only hero must do all the important things. Side characters were and must be useless. Later in a lot of the other series, this view of the things changed a lot. I always have a heart for side characters. Without side characters, every show literally on planet Earth that has ever been created would fall apart. Imagine SpongeBob SquarePants without Patrick Star. Patrick is what makes the show as funny as it is. Even in like The Simpsons, if you go from outside of the Simpsons family, like imagine The Simpsons without like Ned Flanders, or even say like Mr. Burns and Smithers, or imagine The Simpsons without Moe. Like it just wouldn't be the same. And well, I'll tell you what, we gave Zane the ruling of being allowed to play that Cyber Dragon if it's his last-ditch effort, and it may have actually flipped this duel completely around. 2100 shouldn't be such a mountain to climb. So I'm actually quite happy with this. I reckon this is how we should play Zane's Cyber Dragon from now on. As in like terms of the ruling. I'll tell you what, it's a great comeback. It's up for debate though. Zane figures out his prompts, and the Big 5 are defeated in this first match. The result will stand. Zane is up 1-0. The Big 5 have been they've been pretty decent so far. I haven't actually checked the tables. Zane's 16th, the Big 5 are 13th, so they're close on the tables. So. SCH292, who said, I say Hungry Burger should be a fiend, also said, Legendary Fiend will constantly gain 700 attack on your standby phase. Oh, does it actually? Does it keep building? Oh, I thought it went back to its original 1500. Oh, so it goes 15, then 22, then 29, then 36. Okay, yeah, that's that's broken. For early Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, if we play. Also, back to Joey and Atticus, I feel like they would both run their own Red Eyes deck. Atticus might be more of Red Eyes Wyvern build style, Joe will be something else. Think of this as Yami and Arcana decks. Yeah, both the Dark Magician users, but each has her own deck built around to support their own Dark Magician. Yeah, Arcana's deck is like super cool. It's a shame that some of his cards don't exist, but I think there was a few magic and traps that he used which had really good effects. But when we had the Battle City season, Arcana's deck, man, just almost went unbeaten. And it wasn't even like a fully decked out Dark Magician deck. That was a fun deck to watch. That had some really good matches. Negate attack activated from Zane, so the Big 5 now have a 2100 of their own, as we saw what Zane did with that Cyber Dragon. Big 5 have Robotic Knight there as well. They've also got Armored Zombie. Sandstone is such a useless card. Tribute for Zane. The Cyber Dragon. Have a look. 2100 matches, 2100. Is Zane going for double destruction here? He does. Very curious. Has that face down card got something to say for any counterattack? Moonwolfie says, yes, I meant Elemental Hero Wildheart. Wrong element hero with W in its name. Oh, that was Woodsman. Yeah, Yugi smashed Johnny in the first match. In the second, he was probably hoping that Giant Soldier of Stone would hold till he could get something stronger to attack with. But he wasn't expecting Johnny to draw offerings to the Doomed. Yugi didn't have much trouble in the third one either. Another win for Yugi. Considering Yugi started the tournament going absolutely horrendous. He has actually, like, what's he won, like 4 of his last 5 or something? Like that. Yugi's, like, actually really starting to develop and become good in this. After getting off to that rough start. Big 5, now they've got Megamorph. Oh, there's offerings to the Doomed. You know what would be absolute GOAT play here? If they equipped Megamorph to Hunter Dragon. Although the Big 5 have just ended their turn. They obviously want their life points to drop. Oh, they're going to take a fair chunk. 17 and 18 is 35, so that's going to put 4,400 is what the Big 5 are going to have. It's a risk, but their life points now are under Zane's, so did I say 4,500 or 4,400? 4,400, close enough. Okay, so with Megamorph, well, the 2 cards that he can play are both 1,500, so it'd be 3,000. The Big 5 have played offerings to the Doom. There goes Cyber Dragon Dre. Is it Dre or Zwei? Whichever one it is. Armored Zombie comes to the field. The Big 5 play a Megamorph, and they are going to double its attack to 3,000. 1,700 of Hunter Dragon does not stand a chance against this. Oh, wouldn't it be great if Zane flipped up Rush Recklessly and Mask of Weakness, but he doesn't. 5,100 now for the for Zane. The Big 5 on 4,400, so they've still got the double effect of their Megamorph. If their life points drop under Zane's, Armored Zombie becomes 750. But if they plan this well and they play it right, they'll be all right. Oh, here we go. Glenn Devo says, I'd make Hungry Burger a fiend. It's spooky and monstrous. Yeah, if I had Hungry Burger put in front of me, I'd probably want a different burger. Hungry Burger would eat me before I can eat him. There's Cyber Commander. And now 3,000 points coming off Zane. So now Armored Zombie is down to 750. 2,100 life points remain for Zane. 4,400 for the Big 5. Okay, Proto Cyber Dragon. It's only 1,100, but it can get rid of that Armored Zombie and does. So Megamorph is now off the field. But Zane will take a little bit more damage. It doesn't look like his face down cards are giving him any help. Saxpack App says, I remember Hungry Burger, the first time I ever got a ritual card and the monster it summoned. Oh, real? I've got Hungry Burger on card, but I don't have the hamburger recipe. I think they came out of the Metal Raiders booster pack, if I remember it right. Big 5 have played Beast King of the Swamps. That's put in so they could fuse a Labyrinth tank. Oh, Mask of Weakness. Oh, Blackland Fire Dragon is down to 800. And the Big 5, their Beast King Swamps is only 1,000 attack. Yes, Labyrinth tank and the 5-headed dragon. I don't think we'll ever see the 5-headed dragon, but it'll be absolutely legendary if we do. Because that card is damn near impossible to summon. Mech Warrior says, every time I see the monster Pale Beast played, the first thing that comes to mind is the cutter enemy from Run Like Hell, Hunt or Be Hunted. I'm not familiar with that. Pale Beast though, he's a bit of a odd looking monster. Oh, Cyber Dragons are fused together. Twin Cyber Dragon. This is with Power Bond. If Zane butchers this, he would lose, what, 2,800 life points? Or, yeah, 2,800. But oh man. Damn, that was a lot of life point damage. But Zane had to win it on that turn, otherwise he would have lost the rest of his points. Showing brother Cyrus how you play Powerbond. Zane is now up 2-0. What a match that one was. Great second match, third match. So Zane playing for a bonus point. He could sweep 3-0 here. The Big Five will want to do everything they can to stop that. SCH292 says, damn, I was rooting for Johnny Boy to win. And I think this is where I was up to. Torrin Johnson says, just caught up with the round 10 matches and your friends were right. This is shaping up to be the best round so far. My favourite so far is Marek vs Cyrus. From what I was told, they reckon that the Mai and Weevil match that's coming up might be the best match that the channel has ever produced. So that should be, it's a bold claim. There was a match in the Battle City season that had Mai going up against Odeon. That match went for damn near an hour and all three matches were absolutely fire. I remember that one. Killer Needle has come to the field for the Big Five. He goes after and destroys the Cyber Commander. The Cyber Dragon's Way is there. And there's Hunter Dragon as well, so decent starting monsters for Zane. Big Five flip up Thunder of Ruler. Okay, a face down defense in Lesser Dragon for Zane as well. Lesser Dragon's part of Fusion Material. Lesser Dragon and what is it? Lesser Dragon and Cyber Soldier, I think, make the Metal Dragon. I might be. I think it's Cyber. No, I might be wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure. 2100 of Blackland, not Black. Of Black Dragon Jungle King is back. It did a bit of damage last time. Zane uses Foolish Burial. Maybe looking to sends a Cyber Soldier from his deck to the graveyard. It's a 5-star monster, so Zane would rather it out of his deck. Okay, there is Hunter Dragon in defense mode. Cyber Dragon's Way gets 300 attack during the damage steps, so you could technically think of it as an 1800. Niwatori has come to the field, swallows enemies whole and uses their essence as energy. Damn, that's dark. Alright, 2100 destroys Zane's Hunter Dragon, and now Niwatori in for an attack. 900 off Zane, he's down to 7100. The Big Five looking good early on here. They want to try and get at least one win. There's another Cyber Dragon's Way. And here it goes. It goes after Niwatori, so this will do 900 points of damage. They're both on 7100. What matches are coming up tomorrow? Panic and Bastion, Duke Devlin and Don Zalug. They could be very interesting matches, especially Duke Devlin and Don Zalug. That could go anywhere. Okay, 7100 is dropped down to 6500 for Zane. Still 7100 for the Big Five. That Black Dragon Jungle King looking menacing. There's Dian Keto, the Cura Master. Will give Zane back 1000 points. Puts him ahead on life points again, but and sets Cyber Dragon's Way. Throws down Polymerization, throws down Stop Defense. So Zane's entire hand is on the field. He's got no cards in hand. If the Big Five are going to win a match, this is the time to do it. They need to press home their advantage here. There's the Clown Zombie. The Clown revived by the powers of darkness as Mystical Space Typhoon destroys my ability to read what was on the text for Clown Zombie. I'll have to wait for it to come back up. Cyber Dragon's Way is destroyed. Clown Zombie, its deadly dance has sent many monsters to their graves. 6150 now for Zane. There's Cyber Commander. It's looking like Zane may be taking a loss in the third match, though he will still pick up a bonus. He will still pick up a season point. He is up 2-0. But the match isn't over yet. Zane could come back. Clown Zombie tributed for Deep Sea Warrior, one of the deck leaders. As long as Umi is face up on the field, it's unaffected by spells. There goes Cyber Commander. Good decision by the Big Five. They had faith in their monster, and it earns them 2,100 points off of Zane's life points. He's down to 4,050. And Shard of Greed. Okay, if the Big Five have any other monster in their hand, Zane is going to run out of life points. So the third match is a quick and anticlimactic one. When you think about it, that second match though was pretty good, and the turnaround in the first match with Cyber Dragon was also very good. 1,600 off Zane, 2,450. He'll be down to 350, and he is basically on the brink of missing out on his bonus point, but he'll still get the season point. Draw phase, Magic Jammer, and that'll do it. Well, I would like to go back to playing ZA for a bit. I do need to be at the film and TV studio tomorrow though. Don't need to be there until 10 in the morning though. It takes an hour to get there. Whiptail Crow comes to the field. And now to the battle phase. Offerings to the Doomed. Is that just for lols? Deep Sea Warrior has been picked. So let's say that Johnson is the one that's currently controlling, and he's like, your deck leader isn't any good to me, and uses Offerings to the Doomed just to spite the other Big Five member, who was Deep Sea Warriors. Was it Gansley? I think it was Gansley. I'm probably wrong though. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Zane has won 2-1, so he picks up a season point and starts to make his way up the table as well. Duke Devlin and Don Zalug playing tomorrow as well, and so is the match between Panic and Bastion. Should be all good fun. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Again, if you're playing ZA as well, let me know what you think of that as well. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.